after yesterday. Some of you are waiting maybe for that. Others are saying, you know what, not a bad way to go. Not a bad way to go. And others are waiting for more to be done, depending on what side of the fence you fall. That's a three-sided fence right there, in case you didn't know. Welcome into the Bill Michaels Show on this Tuesday edition, day 2 of the free agent tampering period, in which teams can start, kind of negotiating, wink, wink, with those that are out there and trying to bolster their team. Give us a buzz, 877-867-1670, 877-867-1670. You want to find us? That is a great way to do it. You can also track us down. Text message, 608-321-1670, 608-321-1670. You can find us there. You can watch us on YouTube, and YouTube continues to grow. I love that. I got a really nice note from a couple of people that watch us each and every day down in Florida, and said they enjoy the program, and it's better than what they have down there, and they like us better than Dan Le Batard and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, thanks for jumping on board, not to mention they're Packers fans. So appreciate it. You can watch us anywhere and everywhere. YouTube.com. That is youtube.com/Bill Michaels Show. YouTube.com/Bill Michaels Show. You can find us on Twitter, on X, @Bill_Michaels, @Bill_Michaels. Grant Bill's producing the program, @Wisco Grant, WISCO, @Wisco Grant. You can find us on Instagram. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on TikTok. The Bill Michaels Show. Then we're on the Twitch app, on the Kick app, on the LinkedIn app as well. You can watch us and pay attention to us there. You can download the app, WOZN, the Zone Madison. That is the Zone Madison, ZONE. And it'll take us anywhere and everywhere with that thing. You can find the email, thebillmichaels, thebillmichaels @gmail.com. The same thing on the website, thebillmichaels.com. After the fact, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Google Podcasts as well. Wherever you get your favorite podcasts, you can find us and take a listen to us after the fact. And the cool thing is there, you can always stop it, listen to it, go back to it, replay it, whatever it is you want to do. And then after the fact on Saturdays, which, by the way, we had Rocky Wagenhurst on yesterday, who is the general manager from My 24 in Milwaukee. It is Wisconsin Sports Weekly with Bill Michaels, My 24 TV. And you can find us there as well. This week we air at 5:30, as you've got the Boys and Girls High School WIAA basketball tournament. You've got the March Mayhem, or whatever it is they're calling it, the Magical March towards a state championship. But nevertheless, that's where you can find us as well. So plenty of ways to track us down, plenty of ways to see what it is. Big winners yesterday, big losers yesterday. I don't look at it as you've done. Put it this way. There was and I saw this morning, and I should have written it down, and I didn't. I'm completely an idiot for not doing it. But if you look at the teams that have spent money in free agency, and I'm not talking like one player, like they've gone out and made a couple of significant moves. Every year they have done that, they have bolstered their win total. Obviously, the biggest winner last year out of free agency was the Philadelphia Eagles for what they have done and what they did and the way they went about it. But it was, God, I wish I would have written this down. I hope to see this at some point here in the next hour. I think I was out running around this morning, and I had my phone and I had the NFL Network on because I was trying to track the free agency stuff. I had ESPN on. And then I flipped over to Fox Sports, and I don't know who had it, but I think it was, if it's on ESPN, then it'll pop back up and I'll write it down. But yeah, it was the teams that actually have spent money in free agency have added to their win total by 3 to 4 games when they have actually done it. And I know, again, it's not going to win you a championship, but it's going to better the odds for you to be better. And as soon as I see it, I apologize. But as soon as it pops up, I swear to you, I will let you know, because I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. Well, I mean, not in this particular facet. Put it that way. But other than that, there you have it. So, Grant Bills, how you doing today, man? What's happening?
I'm doing good. I'm just excited that we have so much to talk about. I was perfectly fine going into my 4 o'clock show last night with the Packers signing nobody. And then I could just complain about the Packers signing nobody. But then, 90 minutes before I go on air, they sign a guard and then they sign a corner, which... not exactly the two positions that we've been talking about. Corner a little bit more than guard. Yes. I did not see them spending $80 million on a guard.
I did not. But I like it. Because I look at it this way. Look, you needed certain things. And going into this draft, there's only certain things that are available. So they pick up the big offensive guard, $77 million. Picked up the big guard from San Francisco, Aaron Banks, who is coming to the program. And that would probably mean that either Sean Ryan or Elton Jenkins, most likely Elton Jenkins, is going to move to the inside and be your center. This guy's going to be your guard. And people are pissed. Why? I don't understand why people are mad. I can't believe last year they wasted a first-round draft. Another bust. Well, the guy didn't play because he was hurt. There's nothing to say that Jordan Morgan couldn't suddenly overtake, say, Sean Ryan and become your other starting guard. The bottom line is you've got competition and you've got depth. I don't care if he was a first-round draft choice. You still got him on a first-round contract. He's still on a rookie deal. Who cares? I'm not getting mad at that. Like, if this guy's better and he's going to fortify the line, I'm all for it. Go for it, man. You're not going to pay Josh Meyer, but you're going to pay a guard. And this guy's probably better than what Josh Myers offers you. And we know Elton Jenkins can be a mauler. So if you're going to bolster the middle of your pass offense with, better pass blockers, and Josh Jacobs already is getting it done, and you weren't a great run blocking offense to begin with, maybe you get better there, then to me, it just helps the offense. Do you still need a number one? Yeah, you do. Okay, whatever. But you may not even get one in this free agent market unless you make a trade, and they don't want to do that. So they said, let's take what we can get. Let's get a corner, add some depth. The whole thing about Jair Alexander is going to be interesting, bringing in the cornerback Nate Hobbs from the Raiders, who, by the way, and I don't know if you read all this, this guy was a Rich Bisaccia, Josh Jacobs pick. I don't think we can make any other bones about it. This was a guy that was out there, was available. I'm sure Rich Bisaccia and Josh Jacobs have both at some point or another had discussions with Goody to say, this guy's a really good dude. Did you read what he wrote about Rich Bisaccia?
Yeah. Ebo was reading a little bit of that this morning too. I heard it on the way in. Yeah.
I'm telling this guy, I guess, had a pretty tough upbringing, and Rich Bisaccia was like a father figure to him. And this guy says, basically I'd run through a wall for that guy. Whatever he wants, I'll do. He was one of the only guys that can kind of rein him in. So I guess he's had some injuries. I get that. I understand that. But you didn't get him for a massive, you're not paying him $20+ million a year. 4 years at $48 million. Come on, man. You take that. You're basically getting a little bit better than Jair productivity out of the guy when he's, as far as the ability to play. I don't know what to read into the whole Jair thing. Some people say, Rob Domofsky basically said that he's not being traded. Well, there's a double-edged sword there when it comes into that discussion, because does that mean he's not getting traded at all? And maybe they're going to work something out and bring him back? Or does that just mean they're not trading him right now? They're going to try to, but the bottom line is that he's untradeable. So we're going to make him a June 1st cut. I think that's the reality in which we're living right now. So Gaylord says they overpaid for no names. How do you figure overpaid? What are you basing that on? Please give me something other than just your bitching complaint. Please give me something more. Basing it upon contracts, basing it on productivity, and basing it on the level of contract. Because from what I saw, it's two decent deals that probably aren't going to put you over the top, but they at least start to solidify depth at two holes. And even if, look, first of all, I think Banks is going to be your guard and he's going to be your player. But even if Hobbs is just a depth guy and he rotates with Keyshawn Nixon, and you've still got the ability to draft too, and you're not paying him a ton of money. So I don't know when you say they overpaid, that's kind of a dumb statement.
Well, and no names. Had many folks heard of Za'Darius or Preston Smith?
Right.
Back when they signed those guys?
Right.
We can't know, and it's not our fault. We can't know every single player in the league.
Yep. And there are times, look, nobody wanted Adrian Amos when they signed him. And Adrian Amos for years was a very stabilizing. Was he great? No, he wasn't great, but he was a very stable. He was probably one of the better defensive back and safeties at the time that they had. He'd probably been the best safety since Nick Collins. So there's a lot of people that think that Hobbs can play. And so we'll see, and then here's the thing. I wish I had the ability to screenshot every negative comment. So if it pans out to go back and go, aha, because I feel like there's a lot of naysayers that have been waiting in the wings to point the finger, just to point the finger so they can say it sucks. And then they'll go away if these guys start playing really, really well. But Steven, you're absolutely right. We all want the bright, shiny object. Everybody wanted DJ Reed. The problem is the Lions went out and got him. The Lions got better. The Lions got better. The Vikings got better. The Bears got a lot better, in my opinion. Their offensive line now went from being somewhat of a problem to probably one of their strengths at this point, to be honest with you. So I was listening to radio today down in Chicago. They're out of their, well, then again, they were out of their minds last year too, but they're out of their minds now, analyst wise.
They took an offensive line that was a catastrophe and at the very least stabilized it.
Yeah.
And anything, I think they could have even done more than that, but at the very least they stabilized it and it's an actual adult functional O-line now.
Right. Absolutely. I believe the Packers are better just because they are deeper. Do I think that they've got studs? No, they don't have studs. Maybe they work together with other guys. Maybe Hobbs gets better even in Hafley's, system. Maybe he's a guy that already knows it and doesn't have to really make a lot of adjustments. So I'm look, and the whole thing with Elton Jenkins moving inside as a center, Elton Jenkins played center. He's played center before and was good at it. So I'm not worried about that. He's probably the most likely fit at center to be your center. You can move Zach Tom in, but Zach Tom very fast made himself one of the better right tackles in the National Football League. Is he Brian Balaga or Mark Tauscher or Chad Clifton in that sense? No. Maybe he develops into that. Who knows? But he played really, really well. 877-867-1670, 877-867-1670. Isaac said, didn't Goody tell us that Super Bowl window is now open? How are they closer to a Super Bowl now compared to yesterday? Are we really going to expect rookies and second-year guys to carry us? Well, first of all, to answer your question, the only loss that they had yesterday was basically TJ Slayton. And TJ Slayton started playing better, but not for the money that he got from Cincinnati. They got deeper. Are they light years better? No, they're not. But you're saying rookies and second-year guys. I'm talking second-year and third-year guys. I don't give a damn about the rookies right now. The only guys as far as the rookie campaign goes is if you've got an offensive lineman that adds depth, say a corner, a safety that really has some serious speed, and a wide receiver. The rest of it, we've seen guys that burst onto the scene, and I'll get excited about it when I see it. But beyond that, no. All you're looking at right now is, as far as impact players, wide receivers, corners, possibly a lineman on the offensive side of the football. But other than that, no. It's, you're just looking for big bodies on the inside. You're looking for bodies on the inside. And I really, and this is funny. So in looking at the Packers, and I want to do this real quick because you're looking at saying, well, it's only rookies and first-year guys and second-year guys. No, you've got, as of right now, you still got Romeo Doubs, who was picked up 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. Jaden Reed, picked up a couple of years ago, going into his third year. You've got a stabilized offensive line. Aaron Banks at your left guard. Elton Jenkins at center. Sean Ryan at right guard. Zach Tom at right tackle. Rasheed Walker at left tackle. That seems to be relatively solid. As of right now, you would then have Jordan Morgan backing up either guard. You'd still have Travis Glover. They still need to do more because Kadeem Telford, Jacob Monk, all those guys, Jacob Monk is kind of your backup center who they drafted last year. And maybe he'll develop and continue to grow into that position if he becomes the backup center. But for the most part, no, not right now. You got Jordan Morgan. You're probably going to get another guy. Okay. So you still have Malik Heath and Dontavian Wicks and Bo Melton. You still, don't get me wrong, you need a number one. Because at some point, you're going to get Watson back, but you still need another guy or two. Okay? And what will be great is if you pick up two guys and you find your legitimate, you can still go out and find your legitimate number one. But if you go out and find your legitimate number one and you bring in another wide receiver or two, but let the best man win. If they bump out Malik Heath, if they bump out Bo Melton, if they bump out somebody, so be it. So be it. I'm good with that. Just get more talented. That's all I ask. Get more talent. Who cares? Competition breeds success. I'm good with that. But on the defensive side of the football, where they are kind of banking right now, is Lucas Van Ness. They're banking on Lucas Van Ness to get better. And he is going to be in the third year of his deal. He's got to make the leap. You got Colby Wooden, because they just got rid of TJ Slayton. So Colby Wooden, Carl Brooks, those guys, they're going to have to step up because they're going to be in their third year. So this is that third year guy that's got to jump up. So that's where you need some of these guys to get better. And Gabari hopefully takes another step forward. He'll be in his fourth year. Quay Walker, his fourth year. Devontae Wyatt, his fourth year. You're looking for those guys to make that advancement. Edgerrin Cooper gets better in his second year. Evan Williams gets better in his second year. Javon Bullard gets better in his second year. Carrington Valentine gets better in his third year. So this is where you're looking for some of these guys to make the jump. Not just second-year guys and rookies. This is where you're looking for guys to make the jump. 877-867-1670. Hit us up. Let's do this. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Got a lot of people on hold that want to talk about this. Are the Packers better today than they were yesterday? And as far as getting better, where are they now in the NFC North? Where are they now in the NFC North? And we know, look, the quarterback now, Sam Darnold, is gone. He is off to Seattle. It is J.J. McCarthy's team, and will J.J. McCarthy, as first year under center, be able to kind of duplicate or replicate what Sam Darnold did with that team? They got a little bit better in the secondary as well. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We got a whole lot more of the Bill Michaels Show. Really interesting stuff today that we want to get into. Got a whole lot more to come right after this.
Covering Wisconsin sports like a blanket. This is the Bill Michaels Show on the Wisconsin Sports Zone Radio Network.
You can accomplish quite a lot in 6 years. You go from changing diapers to dropping your child off at school. College, you can get a bachelor's and a master's degree, and you can take up to 6 years to pay off your brand new Pella windows and doors at 0% interest. Hi, it's Gina Della from Pella. With Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, you get so much more than stunning windows and doors. You get the Pella experience. Talk about quality control. Pella manufactures, sells, installs, and services every product. A 10-year labor warranty is always included, so your windows and doors are secure for years to come. Our expert installers are available year-round and can install in as little as a day. If something ever goes wrong, Pella will handle it ASAP because you work with the same team from start to finish. Oh my gosh, why wait? Get the Pella experience in this incredible deal.